Mr. Mampa, I just want to thank you again for giving me this opportunity. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and how are you?
Thank you. Today, we're going to do an interview regarding the school. Since you know that I'm working on a non-profit organization, I prefer to work with you. So, can we start?
No, thank you. I'm ready. Can go.
Sir, tell me more about why you decided to become a teacher.
Oh, thank you very much. First of all, during this apartheid era, it was, even though it was not that simple to get work, you could get work, but which is not that much satisfactory. And then as I grew up, yeah, I grew under very hard circumstances whereby we have to look after cattle. So sometimes you see these people working on the farms, waking up early in the morning, going to the farms with trucks. But then I decided to say, man, I want to see myself be someone who gonna be someone who's respected. During those days, to be a teacher was very nice. They are all not these days because these days it's very much dangerous to become a teacher. So each and every one thing we can do that or more well
Yeah.
but then let me just say because seeing my parents working under so very much hard circumstances, I just prefer to say no. I want to be a nice guy in this one day. So that's why I decided to become a teacher. To can also assist or help these black children, in through their education. Because during the apartheid era, hey, schooling was difficult to go to school. Yeah, most of or maybe or people of our age, we just go to school just to know. They just want to grow up and go to the cities. So, but then I see that if one has to work hard to prepare for the future.
Yeah. Thank you. When did you start working here at Bell?
Ubela Secondary School was a school which was built during the 2005 era. So I started working here on the second quarter of 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I assume that all these scandals and battling and all the stuff you were around.
Yeah, man, it's so many things happened.
Tell me about that challenges you came across the school since you worked here. Oh, the stories I just want to.
Yeah, firstly, it was a very big challenge when we occupied. In fact, we occupied blocks, not a school.
Yes.
It's just a block of classrooms, 2 blocks without a fence. You see, you find yourself facing a cow in a classroom because they were just moving around, going to sleeping in these classrooms, burglaries. Also these sort of things were happening. Windows were usually always broken, doors broken taken down. Hey, it was a challenge up until the government come up with this nonsense standards issue, whereby then you were given man to can direct a fence around these blocks. So that's when it became better then.
So since that block has been banned, how did it affect you and the learners emotionally and physically?
It was tough
Yeah.
when we were coming from the weekend, just find this block burning. You know, we were also afraid to say as to whether learners gonna be the same get the result will be resulted at the end of the year, because everything was spent. That's where the office of the say the principal of the school was. So everything was kept there. The storeroom room was built around that block. It was everything was kept in there. Was all bent, and almost everything bent down. It was when we come back was to start afresh, because each and every document was in that block. Even some files, it was during September, whereby final moderation for grade 12 were already done. And then just imagine where you're going to get the computerized mark sheet being bent down. But it was a very serious challenge. For parents, now I don't know what to say, but we managed. We managed. But that was the other year that we really performed very bad and poorly. So, just as school, it affects us as emotional, really too much, such that we thought maybe we could call for counseling. But that we are in rural, deep rural, we couldn't be cancelled or any other form of remedy to the situation. Just that the case was open. Even now, as I'm speaking, there was no response to that. Thank you.
But you are patient. What I like about you, you are very, very patient, and this school is very, very lucky to have you, because this thing, I was here when it happened, and it was very, it was very difficult for everyone, because that block was everything to the school, staff room, storeroom, everything. So you guys are very, very patient, and I like that. Thank you. For the learners, the role that they do, let me put it this way, do the parents engage with you well? When you call them for a meeting, do they come, or do they respond if they can't be available?
Yeah, let me test this thing first before maybe coming straight to your question. To say, hey, we are in deep rural. So parents of these learners flock to the cities to look for job or work, to say so. So yeah, answering you so difficult to can engage with this parent, but we almost nearly these learners are staying with their grandmas. So they are the ones that usually do engage with us when there's a problem, maybe needing to assist learners with whatever schoolwork. But then, yeah, this just unfortunately they are old, these grandmas.
Yes.
They can't even. Some of them are being blind, but the unfortunate part is how are they going to help the learners with their schoolwork, because they can't read, they can't see. So that's a very challenging problem, that one. But otherwise, because teaching is a calling, it's constant, it's God sent. So you have to compromise and see what to do. But maybe after 10, 30 years, the two villages will be good state whereby we could have produced maybe necessary tasks like yourself.
I'm one of them.
Mm,
Okay. But the children do not give you problems anyhow.
I don't very much disciplined. In every situation, I agree we are really working under very different conditions, different situations. I could say I can't say they are challenging this. There, yes, here and there are those who try to be smart,
Yeah.
So, but then we deal with them accordingly.
Yeah. The school transport, it helped much.
Yeah, the school transport do help. So it promotes, it make learners to come earlier at school. They are no more so many absenteeism because when they are in here they will have to be at school up until school go for 4:30.
Yeah, and there will be no scandal like rape in the bush and stuff.
Yeah, we be that such incidents should be avoided because again they are traveling in
We are
numbers.
sure that they are safe.
Yeah.
So just want you to motivate young like me to become a teacher. Why we should make sure that I do my last question.
I don't think there is a need for me to motivate you. You can see I'm old enough, and if you can take the most of the educators presently are SASAs. I mean, they are about to get their old age pension. So I think they have to revive this spirit of teaching being a respectable profession, such that the new generation can also follow in those footsteps.
Yeah.
We need to uplift the standard of our community. But I'm not saying being a teacher will only being a teacher. Just being professionals in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Monica. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, it's a pleasure. Okay.